Last week the federal opposition refused an invitation from the Labor government to join a bipartisan approach to the treatment of asylum seekers, which I have taken to mean that the treatment of asylum seekers is going to be an election issue this year, with both parties putting forward their views on how best to respond. However, I do believe there's not much difference between what either party is putting up, apart from perhaps the coalitions promising to get the Navy involved and to pull those asylum boats back. I'm not sure where they're going to pull them back to, but they're going to send them somewhere. But we shouldn't be too dismissive of the efforts of our governments to respond to this issue. The problem of asylum seekers and people forced to flee their homes has become a huge global problem. Perhaps because this has become such a huge global problem, it's time for the United Nations to get its member bodies together and develop a global response, because certainly in our country and just about every country around the world, governments are struggling with this huge problem. In the meantime, our position at Samaritans remains the same. People who arrive on our shores unexpectedly should be treated fairly. They should be assessed for their refugee status. They should live in the community. If approved, they should be able to work and pay taxes just like anyone else. And if perhaps as a deterrent, they should pay for the costs of the assessment which takes place when they get here. But failing that, we should welcome them just like anyone else. And in an additional measure, perhaps we can consider doubling our refugee intake. The numbers are huge. We could do more. Let's try harder to show more compassion to this global problem here in our country.